No, just leave me out.
Yeah, I am
It's the
actually.
iconic movie sing-along that
so good.
everyone knows the words to. Check it out.
I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control. 'Cause the power you're supplying, it's electrifying.
And this Sunday, that scene plus the rest of Olivia Newton-John's life will be playing out in part 1 of the miniseries Hopelessly Devoted to You. So who's the man who'll be taking on the iconic role of John Travolta? George Xanthis, a.k.a. John Travolta, a.k.a. Danny Zuko, take your pick, joins us now. Hi.
Hello.
Next to Olivia herself, this is one of the biggest roles in the show. How'd you find out that you'd won the role of John Travolta?
It took so long. I did the audition, and then it was quite a few weeks later that I actually found. I think I was one of the last person to find out that I had booked a role in this. So but it was so good. I'd just come off a plane. I had like 6 missed calls from my agent.
Yeah.
It was like, what's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're just like, you got the role. I'm like,
Fantastic.
great.
So you hear that news. What happens then? Is it just grease on, replay, rewind, replay, rewind?
It's interesting because, yes, I did watch it a lot because you can see there's a few dance moves going on there that I had to sort of, think about. But also, I just went straight to interviews of John Travolta because you can do the Danny Zuko, hey, how you doing? Or you can do the, the real John Travolta, the youthful, innocent John Travolta. So I went straight to interviews of him and read, articles about him and how he was when he was 23, 24, and that was the most important thing for me.
So did you have to perfect both accents, therefore, to actually play John Travolta and Danny?
Yeah, you have to sort of, you have to perfect Danny Zuko, and then you have to, but mostly the John Travolta thing. So I've got to have a completely different persona on set, as you can, as you probably see. It's a lot more charismatic, but in person he's so reserved. Yeah.
Yeah. What did you find out about the young John Travolta?
Basically, that thing is that
that he had a few different personalities.
He was a massive fan of Olivia Newton-John, so he wanted her in this from day dot. So he was going into her house, and he's just, I'm such a big fan. Oh my God, can you please be in this movie with me? And it doesn't matter about the accent.
Yeah.
So that was the most interesting thing, definitely.
And George, what else will we seen you in? If we're watching on Sunday night, and we go, oh, that's the guy from.
This is really funny. I was in a sketch show, Open Slather, and I actually did an impression of John Travolta on that. I had the hair, and I was doing Grease. It was called Grease Crisis, not Grease Lightning.
Yeah.
But it was me as Travolta, and that actually played a part in me getting the role as well. I sent the video off to the producers and directors and said, just let them watch that. Maybe that's good enough. And I obviously did the audition.
See, once you've got that hair, you're sort of typecast. Like it's always going to be either John Travolta or Nick Xenophon. It's like it's great hair.
Well, the thing is, sometimes I curl my hair anyway when I'm just like nervous or something. So I'm like at home and I've just got the Travolta thing going on anyway. So yeah.
Good stuff. Now, when you're researching the film, how far back, how important is it to get the behind-the-scenes stuff? We've mentioned already that you wanted to find interviews of him, off-set. How important is that when you've actually just got to stump up and do the on-set stuff, the voice, the dance? Yeah,
well, the main thing is also, like I said, when he's on set and when he's performing, he's a completely different person. But the most fun that we had, Delta and I, on set as well was they were very touchy-feely with each other, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Is that
so there was
right?
a lot, but it was all platonic and it was all like friends, but they were always holding hands. So there's like a scene of us just holding hands, and that was the thing that we had the most fun with.
I love that you have researched this so thoroughly because no doubt you would have come across this little gem that we wanted to share with you, because Larry and I have in fact played Olivia and John ourselves. So no doubt you came across this clip in your thorough research.
No doubt.
Have a look. There you go.
When did you do that?
Well, we do that most mornings before we start.
You look really good. You look very, very good.
Thank you. What do you think of that? That's they did a little Chrissy song, so we thought we'd do that, and we think we nailed it.
It's one of their lesser-known songs. Probably may not feature in this Sunday's episode.
Just put that scene
Here, look at this. Did you have to have this? Look at this. Yeah. Did your hair have a little bit of help in the black area?
Beautiful hair.
No, that was your hair, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, until Kylie wiped it off. What about working so closely with the fabulous Delta?
One thing that I take most note of, especially working with people who've been in the industry for so long, is their professionalism. And she's so professional. And sometimes I just sit there and watch people, like other actors, and see what they do on set. Also, how they treat others. Dilta just is, giving gifts to all the cast and crew, and they're the things that I take on board. I mean, she's an amazing performer. I learnt that as well, but also how you treat others and how professional you are on set. That's the most important thing. That goes a really long way.
We're going to love her voice in this, aren't we?
It's so good.
It's just so good, yeah.
And backstage, she would just, if there was a piano, she'd go on the piano and just start playing. Take the shoes off, always have to be no shoes playing, sort of just, laid back. And
did she pass the hat around? Did she expect payment for that, or just did it for the love of the crew?
For the love of the crew.
Fancy that. Larry takes the hat around.
I tried to give her a lyric for one of her songs. I get a cut.
So our Sunday night, Kylie's getting her beanbags out. I'm coming around with some chicken and stuff. We're going to have a great time watching it. What are you going to do?
Well, like I said, my parents have known about this for a while.
Yeah, they would have locked it in the parents.
And they're like, can we tell people? And they haven't been able to, so I think it'd be best to watch it with the family. And by the way, we've been watching Grease and Travolta. I used to do impressions when I was 4 of John Travolta.
Do it now.
So it's, hey, what are you doing now? I was doing that when I was a kid.
There was a bit of Fonzie in there as well, right?
It's like Welcome Back, Cotter, basically.
Great to see you. This is so exciting.
Yeah, thank you.
Olivia Newton-John, Hopelessly Devoted to You, premieres at 8:30 p.m. this Sunday night, right here on 7. And if you live anywhere near George's family, get ready to hear the screaming and yelling from that household.
And you're not actually coming around. It's not a thing.
I've already booked my Uber.
You're just saying that for